I fell out with my mom this year, right? Have no intentions of ever having a relationship with her, or really truthfully speaking to her again if it don't concern my little sister. Now, I was looking at my solar return chart for something else, and I was like, what does it say about my mother? And it was very interesting. So, first, in my solar return chart, I have a Capricorn moon, which the moon is detriment in Capricorn. The moon is at its worst in Capricorn, and that could definitely indicate the moon is a planet that represents your mother, your relationship with your mother. So, that right there. And of course, me looking, I'm not somebody who really tries to analyze my returns and things too much because a lot of times it's easy to see stuff after it happens. And looking at the stuff, I would have never thought that. Again, if you don't expect for something to happen, I'm not looking for it or thinking about it. So, Capricorn moon was one thing. The South Node was in the 10th house, and the 10th house is the house that represents the mother. I'm a traditional astrologer, so I'm not here to argue whatever you do what you want. But yeah, the 10th house is the house that represents the mother, and the South Node was there, which represents losses. And she kicked me out. I had to move out. So even thinking about the eclipse in my solar return chart taking place on that 4th, 10th house axis, very telling when it comes to the relationship with my mother, but also my living situation. Also, the moon was in a sixth sextile with Saturn, which can literally show I put distance between myself and my mother. The moon was opposite Mars. Me and my mama was beefing. And what's also interesting is that Mercury is the ruler of my 10th house, and Mercury was retrograde in my solar return chart. And that can, of course, indicate troubles in that specific area. And Mercury was also conjunct the North Node, which brings that intense axle energy. So I'm just like, damn, like, again, looking at this before this, I would have never seen none of that coming. But looking at it retrospectively, it all makes sense. Astrology is crazy as fuck. And I can truly say, like, in the midst of crazy times, or even when something significant happens to me, or again, if it is something bad or crazy, using astrology and understanding astrology makes me feel like I'm not crazy, because I could look at this and see, like, oh, okay, it was written in the stars for me to fall out with that bitch, and there was nothing I could probably do about it. So, just a little fun tidbit from me.